All sports, all plays. Yeah. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making a plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.
What's going on, ASAP family? Everybody, welcome to another episode of Red Kingdom. We've missed you.
We've missed the fans.
We have missed everyone. A lot has gone on, especially with me.
Well, at least there's no shortage of things to talk about, right?
There's no shortage of things to talk about. Yeah. So being a full-time dad has kind of taken up some time, but we are here now. I want to thank everybody for watching. We're going to start off with Orlando Brown finally coming to camp. Finally.
He had my heart beating fast for a minute.
He did. He had everybody's heart.
He's definitely one of my favorite players. You know, I like the big guys up front first and foremost.
Yes. And I know when camp started, Andy was like, well, if Orlando Brown doesn't show up, then we'll just throw Joe Tooney in there. And I was like, okay, let's not do that. Let's keep Joe Tooney where he is at guard because he's very good at that. But he signed a franchise tag for $16.7 million for the one season. They could not agree on the 5-year deal worth $91 million, which would have had Brown making $18.2 per year.
Which means nobody even breathes on the quarterback at that price.
Yeah, no one can get close. No one can get close. So my thing with Orlando was his second half of the season was better than his first half. The first half he kind of struggled because he played in a system with the Ravens where it was run first.
Yeah.
So he's used to run blocking and not pass blocking. Now you come to the Chiefs where we're throwing it 40 times per game.
Mm-hmm.
And he had to get used to that.
Right.
And so now he got better as the season went on. If he wants that deal that he's wanting, which is the $91 million this season, he has to be good for all 16 regular season games.
He has to be a leader, almost a vocal leader as well.
Exactly. Because it was some times in the beginning last year, I was like, man, we just wasted some money because this.
Right. Well, see, with the big fellas, it's like this. I look at them like a diesel, right? It's almost like you got to start it up. It got to run a few miles before it gets to its full power. Mm-hmm. Then you talk about this, the guys like the wide receivers and the scat backs and things like that. They're more your Corvettes and stuff like that. As soon as you turn it on, 0-60. Mm-hmm. So it's like, yeah, it probably took him a few games to warm up. But as young as he is, I don't think he's reached his ceiling yet. I think he's got quite a ways to go. I like his base and his balance and the way he's built. And the transition from pass blocking to run blocking is very different. Because one, your weight's on the balls of your feet going forward. Pass blocking, you kind of taking a step back when the ball snaps. So it's like, that's a really big change. But yeah, I like Orlando Brown. I think he's a mainstay for our offensive line. All right.
Yeah, definitely. The 18.2, I kind of figured per year. I figured that Brett Veach didn't want to pay that kind of money as of right now. If he didn't give it to Tyreek, then he wasn't going to give it to Brown. So I think that's a smart, way of doing it. If he wants the contract, he now has to prove it now.
You gotta earn it.
He's got to earn it. He's got to earn it. So, and Orlando knew better because he hasn't won a Super Bowl yet. So don't sit out the whole season wanting to get this $91 million deal, then miss out on getting that ring.
Right.
So
another funny thing about the Orlando Brown situation, it's like he knows the spot is his. He knows he's top 10 tackles in the league. But as soon as Andy went out and acquired a couple more 280, 300-pounders to put up front just for camp, that kind of got him back off the couch and got him back out there.
Got him back out
as soon as he looked up, he's like, hold on, they're starting without me? They got a couple new guys? He like, man, he probably disagreed. That was probably the first time he disagreed with that greedy agent of his. He probably said, no, I have to go to camp. The agent probably like, nope, we're holding out. He's probably like, no, I'm going to camp because they already got my replacement. I can't stay home.
Can't stay home. As my dad always told me, he said, half bread is better than no bread. You better get this half bread, which is a 16.7. And rather have nothing.
You better take it.
Exactly. So Orlando is back in camp. What's up, Dre? Thank you for watching.
What's up? Tuning in.
Thank you so much, Dre. Orlando is back now. The big signing was Carlos Dunlap. He signed a 1-year, $8 million deal. He might be the missing piece, the pass rusher that the Chiefs need.
He's very dynamic.
Yeah. The last 3 seasons, so I compared. I said, well, we gave Frank Clark all this money, so I compared the last 3 seasons. So the last 3 seasons, Carlos Dunlap altogether has had 22.5 sacks the last 3 seasons.
So the last 3 seasons, 22 and a half?
22 and a half.
That's right about 7.5.
Exactly. And then Frank Clark, the last 3 seasons is 18 and a half.
Okay.
That's even including last year when he only got 4. So Carlos has gotten more sacks than Frank the past 4 seasons, and I think he's going to bring more pressure. What were your thoughts on the signing?
I like the Carlos Dunlap signing. I think he's dynamic. He has high expectations for himself. Everybody wants to come to a contender. And he says he's going to try to put up 8.5. And that's 8.5 along with what Chris is going to do and what everyone else is going to do. So I think it's a step in the right direction. I think it adds speed. I think it adds agility. I think it adds a little bit of leadership to our defense. And Frank Clark, I think we're going to see a new, he lost some weight. He said he stopped drinking. He said he kind of turned over a new leaf. And whenever a guy gets in tune with his spirit, you got to watch out. He might have a career year.
Yeah.
Hopefully he has a career year. Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. I'm glad that he's being more focused. It seems like Frank now, because anytime that you don't do well, if you're a man of any sort of standard, when you don't do well at your job, it should bother you.
Yeah.
And I just feel like it bothered Frank Clark that he didn't do all that good last season. So now this offseason, he's extra focused. He's like, look, if this is going to be my last year here, let's make the most of it. Get my stats up, make this run to get this second chip. Once that is done, I can set myself up. If it's not here with the Chiefs, I can make my money elsewhere.
Go play in some warmer weather when you get a little older.
Yeah, go play in some warm.
Now wasn't Frank Clark the one who had the little brother D tackle that had got a tryout earlier. Was that him? I mean, I know the Chiefs didn't keep his brother, but I think Frank Clark had a little brother that was a D tackle from an HBCU, and the Chiefs invited him to camp, I believe.
I think
But he's probably elsewhere by now.
Yeah.
You know, practice squad somewhere. But that probably got Frank Clark, you know, working a little bit harder too. He's probably working with his little brother this offseason.
Exactly.
Trying to get him NFL ready. And his little brother was like, "Well, you done lost a step. You probably need to lose a couple pounds." I think it's gonna all work out.
It is. I'm glad to see that he's focused. Carlos Dunlap is hungry. He said, "Look, the reason why I chose the Chiefs is this team has a chance to win a Super Bowl, and
every Sunday,
and he hasn't won one. So now the Chiefs, in a way, this season, they have more guys this season that are hungry on their team than it was last season.
Mm-hmm.
And anytime you're dealing with a team that has hungry guys and they really want to go get it, that's when the season usually turns out very, very good.
Yeah, they hold each other accountable.
Yes. Yeah. Hold each other accountable as well. So Carlos Dunlap is here, the 1 year, $8 million deal. I think it's
a good buy.
Yep, $8 million, very well spent.
$8 million for 8 or 9 sacks. Not bad.
Not bad.
That's very, very discount. Very discount.
Very discount, exactly. And we're getting a very good player. So I'm happy about that. The next topic here. So Sky Moore.
My guys.
Pacheco.
My guys right there.
They have been putting on a show this training camp, from what I've been hearing from all of the different Chiefs podcasts and all the little video clips that I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Even Miko Harmon is starting to show out with these one-handed catches over defensive backs and all this other stuff. So one thing I liked about Sky Moore is he said that it's starting to click for him. And that should be scary for the other 31 teams.
Yeah.
Because if to be a rookie, we have not played the first preseason game yet. That's next Saturday. For the offense to already be clicking in his mind already, that shows that his football IQ is off the chart.
Yeah, and I knew it. I had a good feeling with this draft class. I knew Brett Veach in the game. I knew that every guy that they brought him in one at a time. But as I looked at these guys and I studied their film and stuff, and I looked at their interviews and all of that, I said, these are smart dudes. Like these are smart guys. These are football-minded guys. Scott Moore said he sits right behind Pat in film. And when he has a question, he taps him on the shoulder. He said Pat turns around, gives him the quick, honest answer, keeps him in the loop, and they turn right back around. So Scott Moore is equivalent to the student that sits in the front of the class so he can comprehend everything. You can't beat that. That's what you need as a coach. And Isaiah Pacheco he's going to be very dynamic as well, because even if they use him as a 3 or 4 running back, he's still a great punt kick returner because he has a size and speed combo. Those guys aren't going to be able to tackle him once he gets to full speed on a punt or kick return. They're not going to be able to tackle him.
Yep.
He runs with a good lean. He has fleet feet. He's quick. Like, he's going to make some noise on special teams, Isaiah Pacheco. And Scott Moore, wherever they put him, he can get it done, because back again, the guy is like the way he's built. Like, his legs are so big. You know, he's a small frame, but his legs are so big. he's breaking tackles. Like, he's going to get a lot of yards after catch. He's going to break a lot of arm tackles from D-backs and linebackers that are a step too late. So he's going to be awesome. He's going to be awesome.
Well, the good thing about Sky Moore is when you have a guy that's a pass catcher and he can change his route without the quarterback telling him, hey, this on this, if it's an all-out blitz, do this. If it's this, do this. When a guy can do it on his own, yeah. When he can do it on his own, be like, okay, they're in this coverage. I know this is the play that was called. Let me do this hot route real quick.
Yeah, play off those defensive tendencies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that is a great advantage for the Chiefs because I felt like we haven't had that.
Mm-hmm.
As good as Tyreek was, when it came to things like that, that wasn't his strength.
He was a receiver second, right?
Yeah.
See, so I think Sky receiver first. I think that is the main difference. So as great as Cheetah is, he had to learn that position. Sky's probably been playing running back, between running back, quarterback, and receiver probably his whole life.
Yeah.
And I also is Sky the one that said had the biggest hands of in the wide receiver group in the combine?
He had the biggest.
He's snagging those balls. He's not a tall guy, but I think he got like some Kawhi Leonard style hands where he's just snagging everything.
Yeah.
He got a cheat code. His hands are a cheat code.
His hands are. They are a cheat code. He's been catching everything. I am excited because we got Sky Moore. He's gonna be a weapon, and then Pacheco, special teams wise, he's gonna be great.
Mm-hmm.
And then he can be that change of pace back. Also, someone said, well, Isaiah Pacheco is a faster version of Kareem Hunt. And I said, what?
Kareem Hunt was fast now.
Oh, I said, wow, this is, if that's what it is.
I think he is 4.2. I think he runs a 4.2.
You run
his fastest time is sub 4.3.
Yeah.
Sub 4.3.
So if that's the case, and they use him as a change of pace back, he's going to move those chains.
I can see him moving the chains on draw plays. Exactly. I can definitely see him. Yeah, I can see him. I can see him moving the chains on draw plays for sure.
And I think you're going to see a lot of screens this year from the Chiefs.
I got that feeling too.
Yeah, you're going to see Clyde catching balls out of the backfield, McKinnon catching balls out of the backfield.
Mm-hmm.
And that's their strengths. Clyde's strength is catching the ball out of the backfield, being in open space. And I feel like the Chiefs haven't done that with Clyde enough the past couple of seasons.
Right. Yeah, he's the kind of player, you get the ball in his hands fast. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah. And the way our receiver room is set up, Pat can air it out, or he has guys that he could just flick it to and let them get upfield. And I was looking at our offensive line. We don't have a ton of people over 300, but that's because our guys run downfield and block 30, 40 yards downfield if they need to. See, when you get the big hogs up front that are used to run blocking, yeah, they be 320, but they're not about to hit that cornerback way over there.
No.
See, we got guys. Our Kennard, the guy from Kentucky.
Yeah, Kentucky. Yep.
These guys can move. Like, these are big guys that can move. They got quick feet, quick hands. Yeah.
Yeah. This is
going to block downfield. They're going to be good.
The Chiefs are going to have either the best offensive line in football or the second best. It's either gonna be one or two because these group of guys are just way too good.
Very, very young and very good.
Very young, yes. And Creed Humphrey said it real good. He said, "We want to be known as one of the most physically dominating lines in the league."
Creed Humphrey's a beast.
Creed Humphrey wants to hit someone.
He's that anchor in the middle. He's a beast.
He is the anchor. If he wasn't a rookie, he would have been a Pro Bowler last year. That's just me. Because I feel
a lot of people overlook the center position. You never hear people talk about the center position, but the center and the quarterback, they touch the ball the most of anybody in the entire stadium. So if your quarterback is the number 1, number 2 quarterback in the league, then you're obviously top 5 center in the league, because center quarterback combo it's a duo. It's a duo. Like that snap, it's not guaranteed. Like if you ever see a starting quarterback go out and a second backup comes in, he usually fumbles that first snap.
Yep.
And if you see a center if a center breaks his hand and the backup center comes in, they usually fumble that first snap. And don't let it be a shotgun snap. They definitely throwing that away.
Yeah.
I don't care what level it is. If you switch out the center and quarterback, they're gonna fumble that snap. Yep. So that's why I like Creed and Pat. They're a great duo.
Great duo. Creed Humphrey, in my opinion, the best center in football as of right now. The Chiefs is crazy. So you're gonna have the best center in Creed Humphrey. You have Orlando Brown back. If he's good all 16 games, you're going to have a really good left tackle. You have a really good right tackle in Andrew Wiley. You have a good left guard in Joe Tooney. And then let's not forget about Trey Smith at right guard.
And we got Nying. He got the knee, but he should be back.
Yep. So the Chiefs have, to me, it's like I said, it's either going to be the best offensive line or the second best offensive. However it ends up, going, they're going to have a top 2 line.
Yep, we got depth. It's looking scary. It's looking scary. And like AFC, I still see it at the top.
Yep.
Still see it at the AFC.
Definitely. Hello, wife.
Okay, what's up?
Thank you for watching, wifey. I appreciate it. What's up, Pops? Pops is watching with son. All right.
What's up?
What's up, Pops? What's up, son? All right. So let us now go to, there was someone, they didn't say their name. I have a pretty good idea who this was, but I think it was what's his name? Del Rio for the Redskins, because remember we played Redskins. I'm sorry, the Commanders.
The Commanders, right?
And I don't want to get people all upset. The Commanders,
the Washington football team.
Washington football, because we played them last year and we blew them out. I think it was like 34-13 or something. So it might have been him, but there was a defensive coordinator somewhere that said, and this is quote, "We love Mahomes because of his unorthodox throws, not because of his natural pocket presence."
The art of the backhanded compliment.
All right. And when that disappears, that is when they lose games. Take his first read away, and what does he do? He runs, he scrambles, and plays street ball.
Oh, wow.
And so
what an allegation.
I said, so what? Okay. let's not make it seem like Patrick Mahomes is the only one that can scramble and make. So in that case, that means Aaron Rodgers plays street ball too, right?
Yeah. Drew Brees. I mean,
yeah. Tom Brady does it every once in a while. Not
anybody that make a way out of no way is like it's street ball now, huh? Right. I wouldn't have put my name on that comment either because it's not true at all. Like, I'm gonna tell you about Pat Mahomes. It seems like he don't read. He makes the quickest reads. They just miss him. He makes the quickest reads. Like, it's like he's dropping back 1, 2, 3. Okay, bam, back over here. That's it. He makes his reads super quick. Like that first step in his drop back, he's already making a read because the defender's already making a reaction. He's that smart.
Exactly.
And he's talking about another lifelong quarterback. He's never played nothing else but pitcher and quarterback.
Yes.
Yeah.
And one thing with Pat is we saw his growth last season. When the season started, it didn't start off good. Pat Mahomes said, look, instead of me wanting this home run all of the time, let me just take my short passes. Yeah, it's going to be a 15-play drive, 17-play drive, but we're still going to score. And the perfect example was that was not only during the second half of the season, but in that playoff game against the Bills, you saw how patient Patrick Mahomes was. That was a very good Bills defense.
That was the best game they could have played.
That was the best game.
They still came up short.
They tried, and they were like, okay, we're going to double Tyreek. We're going to let everybody, okay. And Patrick Mahomes.
Everybody had career days, and they still lost.
They still lost.
That hurts worse than playing bad.
Right. So.
Like I hit him with everything I had. Didn't work.
It didn't work. And you saw how patient Patrick was as far as, okay, I'm going to take my check down. Boom. All right. I'm going to take my other check down. Boom. All right. And we're going to keep scoring. And you're going to see a lot of that this year. If a guy is wide open downfield, whether it's MVS or Juju, he's going to throw it downfield. It's going to be a highlight. All that is great. But you're also going to see he's going to take the check down to Clyde. Take the check down. Okay.
Kelsey,
right. Yeah, Kelsey's right here. Let me get this little 10 yards. This Chiefs offense is going to be – so the Chiefs offense that you saw the second half of the season, last season, that's what you're going to see from the beginning this season. And it's going to be very, very successful.
Yeah.
They're going to average 30 plus points a game.
Oh yeah, definitely. At least 5 to 6 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And it's like we're starting to see all of the off-season work down in Texas that Mahomes was doing with the wide receiver group. And even in camp, they was saying even the Corey Coleman was even making great grabs. But I remember he was one of the names that was down in Texas catching balls with Mahomes all summer. So it's like they're already dialed in. They're already gelled. I mean, of course, they got to get, their first big hit of the season. That's what the first preseason game is for, so you can hit somebody that's not on your own team. You know what I'm saying? Lay somebody out or get laid out. Get back up. Now you can start your season officially.
Just start.
Season don't start till you lay somebody out or get laid out. Yep. Then you go back to the huddle, shake it off. Now you're ready to play the rest of the season.
Yeah. So there's no doubt. Look, Patrick Mahomes he's you either think of him as the best quarterback in football right now, or second, if you want to put the AARP Tom Brady at 1, that's fine.
Right.
But he's either 1 or 2.
I thought did Brady have a? I know it really don't matter because even when I read the when I read the headline, it said one of his receivers got hurt in practice. And I was like, he gonna find a way anyway.
Somebody
He'll win. And I think it was Evans. If I'm not sure, I think it was Evans. I'm not sure what kind of injury it is. But as soon as I read it, I didn't even let it process about the receiver injury because I'm like, it's Tom. He's gonna win anyway.
Yeah,
he's gonna win anyway.
Yeah,
some third stringer out of some D3 school gonna come in and help Tom get the playoffs.
I haven't heard that. I will have to look at.
Yeah, it could. You know how internet is. It could have been fake news.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying?
Mike Evans, that is big.
Right, because that's definitely their number one.
Yeah. So, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're gonna talk about the AFC West, what I call paper champions. And you will see why I say that.
Right.
After this quick break.
All right.
Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays. 365, we making a plays. You talking the game, get you to the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. Network. We on top of our game. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays.
And we are back. Wanted to touch on the AFC West paper division champions. Everybody's picking the Chargers or the Raiders to win the West. Nobody really cares about Denver.
Right.
They get to see Sierra every home game. That's wonderful.
Right.
That's wonderful for everybody there. This is how I feel about the West. The Chargers, they have the quarterback that can match up with Patrick Mahomes. Here's where the Chargers are going to fall short to me. And everybody's saying, well, Brandon Staley, he learned from last year. He's not going to go for it on fourth down like that. He learned from all of that.
Right.
One thing I've learned from coaches that believe in that analytics system, they will believe in analytics till death.
Yeah.
They will. If they get fired because they did analytics all season and it didn't work out,
they're happy with it.
They will hold their head high and say, you know what?
The numbers said I was right. The numbers said I was right. But the film said you was wrong.
Exactly. So I feel that way when it comes to Brandon Staley. Is he's still going to believe in those numbers. And he's still going to do things he shouldn't. And it's going to cost the Chargers games. And at the end, especially if they don't make the playoffs, it'll cost him his job.
The last thing you need is your coach playing hero ball.
Yep.
It's like you don't even have pads on, man. Don't throw the game away for us. Don't throw the game away for us, coach.
Throw the game away, exactly. So
hero ball.
That is what's going against the Chargers. I can see why people pick them. Justin Herbert is very good. The offense works well with him. Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa as your pass rushers.
And that's going to be, man.
Thank God we have a good offensive line because we're going to need that second game of the season when we play them, we're gonna need all hands on deck when it comes to Bosa, and
I want to beat them. I want to beat them at full strength too.
full strength. Yeah,
I want
everybody.
Khalil Mack. I want everybody out there full strength and healthy.
Yes.
Take this in.
Yeah. Their secondary is better now with J.C. Jackson. Derwin James, if he stays healthy for the whole season, he is a good safety.
Yeah, he's a baller too.
So let's start with them first, and then we'll go, around.
Okay.
We'll go, and then we'll get to the Raiders. The Chargers, that matchup. You still favor the Chiefs? You still think they can?
Yeah, I still favor the Chiefs against the Chargers, and I'm not sure that the Chargers will be the second best when it's all said and done. I think if the Chargers are not number one, they'll be number 4 in the AFC West.
Oh wow!
I think it's high or low with them. Mm-hmm. I think it's just high or low with them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
because I think the Chiefs put so much pressure on them because they've been second best behind the Chiefs for a long time. So It's like, imagine coming up this short against the same team all the time. So that's why their coach is playing hero ball and it's still not working. Yeah. So I feel like if he plays hero ball this year, it may work, small chance. But if it don't, they're gonna fall below Denver and Vegas.
I could see that, especially if they start off slow.
And when you depend on defense, it'd be a very, very long day for those guys out there. Because I know it's been 20 years, but I remember being a mainstay on a great defense. It's like, okay, yeah, our offense had 8 turnovers and we lost by 2 points, but we spent an hour and a half on the field. Like we stayed on the field. We couldn't get off the field.
We didn't get off.
Every time we gave the ball to our offense, they gave it right back. So here we right back out there. So that's what Khalil Mack and them got to look forward to. A lot of extra possessions and extra plays by the other team.
Yes. Their first game is against the Raiders. So the Chargers could easily start off the season 0-2 if they lose.
That's a good tester.
Yeah, if they lose to the Raiders and then they play the Chiefs that next week on a short week, Thursday. So if they start off 0-2, you're gonna start hearing some stuff.
It's gonna make them press. It's gonna make them press. Now it's like we don't want to go 0-3.
Yep.
Let's go to the analytics and see what works. Let's go to the analytics and see what works.
What's going on? Oh man, So Chargers, they have gotten better as far as defense, but we still believe that
very fast defense,
very fast.
But our offense is fast, so I always give offense the advantage in football. If it's an even matchup, I give offense the advantage because the rules are in the offense's favor.
That's right. And little do people know, MVS was the second fastest ball carrier in the NFL.
In the league, right.
So
I'll let people sleep on him. They just gonna have to wait and see for themselves. They're gonna have to wait and see for themselves.
Yeah, just let them sleep, because if you're telling me, okay, we let the fastest wide receiver in the league go, okay, Tyreek is gone, and now you're saying, okay, well, we replaced him with the second fastest receiver in the league. It's like, okay, yeah, I like that. That's good.
I say he got better hands.
And he's got better
hands.
No more.
A natural born receiver got better hands than a speedster turn receiver.
Exactly.
Tariq used to let that ball get in on his body. We didn't say nothing because he catch it with his body and run a touchdown with it. So we didn't say nothing. You really want a guy that's catching the ball away from his body, tucking it.
Exactly. Yeah. So the Chiefs definitely, I think they've gotten better at that. We got a guy that catches not with his body but with his hands, and that'll cut down on those passes.
He's also sub 4.3.
Yep. So
he's very, very lean though. So I would like to see how he take hits. But usually those speedster guys, they know how to turn their body so they don't take those hits.
Yeah.
But he's a little more lean than I thought he was once I see him.
Yeah.
But he built for speed. That definitely built for speed.
Yes, he is. So now we get to the Vegas Raiders. That's everybody else's favorite. Derek Carr is the best quarterback since sliced bread and all that.
They said he looked like Sid off of Toy Story.
Yeah, he do kind of. Yeah.
They said Sid off of Toy Story playing hero ball, throwing the ball away.
Yeah, exactly. So the way
they looked okay against Jacksonville, but Jacksonville is like, I don't even think they could. Jacksonville couldn't even win the SEC right now. That's how bad they are. They bad, man. They bad.
It's not good. Yeah.
They bottom in offense and defense. But they still have a couple star players that look good. But as a team, they don't hack it. Jacksonville don't hack it.
No. Boy, and Chiefs play Jacksonville this year. That's going to be a long day for them that day.
Mm-hmm.
We might score 50 that day. That's right. Yeah.
I would like to see us run for 250 and throw for 4.
There it is. That's gonna be a fun day for us as Chiefs fans. Long day for Jags fans on that day. But looking at this Raiders team as of now, how do you see them matching?
The Raiders are they're. I don't like to say it, but they are a formidable opponent. They are, especially to the Chiefs, because we're their nemesis.
Mm-hmm.
They're not really our nemesis. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like if they beat us, that makes their entire season.
Yeah.
If we lose to them, that kind of hurts our entire season.
Yes.
But I think they've closed the gap a little bit. They really have, honestly. They've really closed the gap a little bit. And I don't want to get too high on their Hall of Fame game because they look good.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, I'm like, well, these third string guys, they're playing against third string guys. That's almost like practice ball right there.
Yeah.
But when the first string was out there, they did look good, and they have improved. But just wait until we see them. Wait until we see Red Kingdom out there.
Yeah.
They've improved. They've improved the most.
Yes.
The Chiefs have improved the most.
The Chiefs have, I think, out of everybody, nobody will say it, but
because we lost Cheetah, so it's hard to fathom. Like, how can you lose that and still be better? Well, they say analytics. Analytics. The numbers say we're better now.
Yeah, the numbers are saying it. Yeah, so this is my deal with the Raiders. It's two things.
Mm-hmm.
Derek Carr, as good as he is, I still don't trust him in a big game when it matters.
Yeah.
He hasn't won. He's won no playoff game. They made the play. Look, it was a miracle they made the playoffs last year anyway. And he did play good in the game to get in the playoffs. They beat the Chargers last game of the season last year. He played very good. In the playoff game against Cincy, it was a okay kind of game. Raiders got the ball last. They needed a touchdown to tie, and he couldn't do it. When we see them this year, we're finally going to see now, because the excuse for Derek Carr has always been, well, he don't have nobody to throw to.
Right.
He doesn't have a Pro Bowl guy. He's got Devontae Adams now. There is no excuse now. And if they get beat down by us the same way we beat them down twice last season, there are no more excuses for Derek Carr.
Nope. And they done spent all that money on a weapon for him.
For him. And here's the good thing about that with Adams. Even if they don't put, if the Chiefs don't match him up with, what's his name? Snead. I think Trent McDuffie, even though he's a rookie, I get it. Adams is going to know more than, I get all that.
Right.
But we called it McDuffie Island for a reason. Let Trent McDuffie start on Devontae Adams, and let's see. Now, if he gets burnt the first go done, then yeah, let's switch off and let's okay, but let's see. I think McDuffie can. I think he can hold his own.
I think McDuffie is one of them ones, as they say. I think he's one of them ones. I don't think you could put a young guy like the Josh Williams out there. No. But McDuffie is coming off a collegiate career that is so stellar. We talking like, his name was in all of the Kalishnikov Award, Jim Thorpe Award. His name was in all those hats.
Yeah.
So he's coming off a very stellar college career. And I know NFL is a step faster, everybody's stronger. But this guy he got grown man talent already. So it's not like he's a rookie coming out there. It's like, but when you talk about him playing against the best, as far as Devontae Adams, I think it's a great matchup. I think he won't be afraid to press him, and he's got the speed to dance with him afterwards. So, yeah, I'm high on Trent McDuffie.
Yep. So I like Trent McDuffie on Adams.
He got that Mighty Mouse attitude.
He got the Mighty Mouse. He got the Mighty Mouse. If that matchup didn't work out, you can always put Snead back on Adams, because if it does work out, then you could put Renfro. Because Hunter Renfro is that guy. He's the Wes Welker type for the Raiders. He can catch the slants and crosses, and so we need somebody to kind of stop that. And then Waller is a good tight end also.
He's big and young. Yep, Waller. They saying Waller's the number one tight end in the league, but I'm guessing that I don't know if that is analytics, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I can name 2 or 3 better than him.
He's not. He's not better than Travis Kelce. No.
Nah, he's not even better than Travis. Nah, not at all.
Let's not do that. He's very good. I would not look if it was Kelce and Waller on the Chiefs. I would love that.
But he reminds me of Kellen Winslow.
Kellen Winslow Jr. Yeah.
Got that kind of skill set.
Yeah, same size. So yeah, I still, even though the games will be harder, it will be closer. I don't think the Chiefs will blow out the Raiders this year.
Right.
But I still feel like with Derek Carr, you can't trust. And then we don't know how good of a coach Josh McDaniel is going to be either.
And then when you talk about Vegas, I'm not sure if it's Sin City or what, but look at how many players they lost to, like jail and prison and domestic violence. They had one guy DUI, another guy vehicular manslaughter,
Yep.
hit a lady and her dog. Another guy flashed a gun on IG to the
Yes.
fan.
Yes.
It's like, so you look, this is the Raiders we talking about. They gonna beat themselves a little bit.
That's normally the Raiders have a lot of guys that are kind of the outlaws.
Like thugs out there.
Yeah, they're kind of outlaws. Yeah. So, yeah, they do that kind of stuff there.
Mm-hmm. So if they can get out of their own way, they might be a more formidable opponent. But they kind of step on their own. They step on their own feet a lot out there.
Exactly. So those two factors there are kind of why I'm like, yeah, it'll be closer, but I still think the Chiefs will be fine. And then we'll wrap it up with Denver, since we're coming up here on time. Okay, over under, because they won 7 games last season. So over under on the Broncos win more than 7.
Yeah, I think just the Russell alone will get them to 9 wins.
Okay.
He'll get them 9 wins.
9 might be enough to get a spot in that might be enough. We'll see.
Yeah, depending on who they beat out during the season.
Yeah, that might be enough. What's his name? Just got injured there the other day. Tim Patrick, one of their best wideouts there, he got injured. I think he's done for the season. I'll have to relook. Wow. I know it was a knee or a ACL or something.
Okay. Well, you know, speaking of receiver, it's almost like if you got to lose a player, the receiver depth it's almost like everybody wants to be a receiver. Like when you go to these camps and combines, that's 60% of the participants are receivers and corners. So maybe Russell will have a little luck replacing him. His his numbers that he brought. Maybe he'll have a little luck replacing them. Yeah. But I see 9 or 10 wins with that squad, but still not enough to overcome the Chiefs. Maybe to overcome the Chargers or the Raiders in a downslide.
Okay. I agree with that. I think they'll win about 9. Mike can sneak in that last spot there. Some people have the AFC West having 3 playoff teams. I've heard people say that all 4 are going to get in, which has never happened in NFL history. From all teams from one division get in. That would be a tremendous thing if that did happen. But definitely the competition level is higher. My thing with Denver is, okay, I know your defense is good. Okay, you got Russ. Now that Tim Patrick is down, besides Jerry Jeudy, who else do they have out there? So it's like, that's where it's going to come into play, because Tim Patrick was one of their best guys, and now he's not going to be there. So we'll see how that works out for him. But we lost RJ there, but we'll see how that shapes up for Denver. Damien, what's up, Damien? I see Chiefs getting at least 4 wins. In my opinion, Chiefs lost way too many weapons, especially on the offense at the wide receivers. We lost weapons. Agreed. But I feel like people are going to see this season why Patrick Mahomes is a top 2 quarterback in this league. He's going to make Valdez-Scantling, and Juju Pro Bowl wideout. I'll say this. Juju Smith will be a Pro Bowler this year. Let's go ahead and put it out there. What's today's date? August 6th. Play this back. Juju Smith-Schuster will be a Pro Bowl receiver this season. You heard it here on Red Kingdom first. All right. And that'll wrap it up for this episode of Red Kingdom. Thank my co-host, RJ. Lost his signal there towards the end, but I thank him for always coming on with me. That's my bro right there. So I appreciate him coming through every week. I am your host, Greg. We'll be back. So let me say this before we sign off. Next week, the Chiefs play the Chicago Bears. It's the first preseason game. It'll be at noon next Saturday. So usually around the time Red Kingdom usually starts at 1. What we're going to do is we're going to have our Red Kingdom show next Saturday after the Chiefs game is over next Saturday. So what we're going to do is after the game, we're going to talk about which players we thought looked good, who stood out to us, and all of that. It's a preseason game, so it won't be that long of who stood out and all that. But so next Saturday noon, the Chiefs play the Bears. We want everybody to at Red Kingdom, Chiefs Kingdom, to enjoy the game, watch it, and we'll have Red Kingdom after the game is over next Saturday. So, for my co-host RJ, I am your host Greg. Thank you for tuning in to Red Kingdom, and we'll see y'all next Saturday. Peace.
All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making a plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics.